Hi, YouTubers and wet shavers everywhere. It's SmartWithGeorgeToon.com. I'm back with another Monday morning mailbag. Get yourself a cup of coffee, kick back, relax. Let's talk a little wet shaving and a few other things. What do you got this morning? Well, we've got a brand new coffee this morning. Hang on. Wow, that is really, really wonderful. And as we like to say every week, a good hot coffee, a trusty mug, let the caffeine go to work, gentlemen. Yeah, this coffee fits that expression perfectly. Let me show you what it is right here. This came from viewer Michael Spears. Thank you very much, Michael. This is Invader Coffee right here. How about that? Veteran owned and Invader Whiskey Blend. Air roasted, low acidity with notes of caramel and vanilla. Boy, this is a great cup of coffee. And I used my AeroPress this morning, and this coffee is nicely, finely ground. So it worked really, really well in the AeroPress. Really, really wonderful. Like this a lot. And as they say on the side panel here, I'll show you that right there. That's what they say. They say, brew every cup to battle every day. Invader Coffee was put on this earth to fuel a winning lifestyle. You'll reach new heights when you catch the amazing buzz and experience the bold flavor of Invader Coffee. This is really terrific. And as they write on the back here, okay, I'll show you the back label there. You can get a screenshot of that. And it says, fuel for the fearless. Invader Coffee is a veteran-owned and operated business. Located in Austin, Texas, we don't forget where we came from, and we hold our standards as high as we did while serving our country. Bravo, 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 bravo. Again, I'll let you get a screenshot and you can read the rest of it right there. Absolutely fantastic coffee. Michael Spears very, very kindly wrote the following. Hello, Mark. I've been wet shaving for about 12 years. I've been using Taylor of Old Bond Street, Parasso, Tabak, and Arco pretty much the entire time. I didn't really watch videos or peruse the forums. I just enjoyed a good shave with one of these tried and true classics and went about my day. However, I recently discovered that literally dozens of artisans have flooded the wet shaving scene in the past 10 years. Wow! After trying at least 12 of these soaps and artisans, I've been scouring YouTube for reviews. I came across your channel, and it's a wonderful, drama-free escape for me. Thank you very much, Michael. I appreciate that. I like to keep it positive as well. I've tried artisans or products that I don't particularly like, but I never feel the need to be negative about it. I'm thankful for the experience and pass the product on to a friend to try. Your mileage may vary, right? Plus, I supported a small entrepreneur along the way. And then he goes on to ask me, have you tried Invader Coffee? If not, I would love to send you a bag of my favorite blend as a thank you for all you do for our little community of hobbyists. Best regards, Mike Spears. Michael, thank you very much. This is an absolutely fantastic coffee, folks. I'll have links to it. It really is wonderful, and it's a very, very good cup of coffee. And we have more coffee to talk about later on the show, so stay tuned. The best viewers on YouTube, I am telling you right now. Hey, if you're taking me along on your morning commute, thanks very much for the lift. I really do appreciate it. We've got a great show. Well, we've just kicked it off with a great cup of coffee, and we got more great coffee to come. We also have some great items in wet shaving gear, new wet shaving gear. We have got some great refill comments. We got some great questions and comments from the viewers. They always come through with some really, really wonderful, insightful comments and some really engaging questions. And we also have a nice, really wonderful viewer morning shaving tip. So before we get the rest of the show underway, let's kick it off like we do every week with a viewer morning shaving tip. Well, this morning's shaving tip comes from viewer Matt Panter, and he writes, Hey Mark, thanks for all the great reviews and how-to videos. You've taught me so much. Well, thanks very much for the kind words, Matt. I really do appreciate it. I've always said this channel has the best viewers on YouTube, and I have learned a lot from the viewers as well. I guess we're both learning about wet shaving from all the great comments, tips, and tricks that the viewers have sent in. Thank you very much for the kind words, but believe me, I'm learning a lot as well. Anyhow, he continues, my favorite razor in my den is the Pearl A141 with the green, white, and orange handle, like the colors of the flag of India or Ireland, and there are other colors as well. This razor is only $20 and even comes with an open comb base plate that also works great. I mostly use a Gillette Platinum or Silver Blue blade with the closed comb plate, and it works amazingly well for me. My only complaint is that the blade would sometimes not be aligned evenly, and I would have to unscrew it and try to tweak it to get it lined up, but not anymore. I found that if I press the base plate down with my thumb so that the top cap with blade and base plate are held firmly together before I screw on the handle, the blade stays aligned. There are other 3-piece razors this tip helps with too. Keep shaving and shaving on, Matt Panther. Matt, thank you very, very much for this tip. I know exactly what you refer to, and that is when you are putting together your razor, right? Let me get my little buffering out of the way here. Okay, when you're putting your blade in there, I sometimes do this too. I'm putting it in, I'm getting everything lined up, and then I'm kind of putting my thumb just like that. And then you'll probably see this in some of my reviews. Then I'll get my buffer ring if it's required, and just keep everything nicely just snugged up, and then I'm good to go. Yeah, I know that sometimes you'll see me just grab it like this, get everything in there and just grab everything like that and put the handle on like that. Some razors I don't need to do the thumb and finger squeeze. But yes, I have found that on some razors, this is very, very helpful just to grasp it, like that, kind of like, just get it like this, load the blade. And, after I get everything in there, just hold it together like that and then screw the handle on. Yeah, that is very, very helpful, especially in some razors that are more economically priced. Let's say, like you say, a $20 razor. There might be a little bit of play there with the razor as it sits on the posts and the center post, that sort of thing. So yeah, this really does help a lot. That's a really, really good tip. So thank you very much for passing that along, Matt. Really do appreciate it. And to say thank you, for you and only you, an original signed George sketch. So please email me your snail mail address at mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com, and I will send this to you post haste. And if you out there would like an original signed George sketch, just send me a shaving tip. And if I use a shaving tip on the Monday Morning Mailbag shaving tip segment, you too will receive an original signed George sketch. Email that shaving tip to mondaymailbag@gmail.com, mondaymailbag@gmail.com. And again, if I use it, you'll get an original signed George sketch. Matt, thanks very much for a really, really neat tip. Really do appreciate it. Well, we have an extra shaving tip this morning, and it comes from viewer Robert Ross. And Robert writes, "Hi, Mark. I watched your video where you used your hot towel machine and became insanely jealous. I can't afford to have a machine like that, but I do own a microwave. Here's what you do. 1, take a standard white face cloth and saturate it in cold water. 2, wring out the excess water. 3, fold the face cloth in half, then in half again. 4, place cloth in the center of your 1200 watt microwave. That wattage is pretty standard. 5, microwave for 1 minute. 6, this is pretty important here. Remove cloth. Test the temperature of the face cloth by placing it on the inside of your forearm, much like you would test a baby's bottle. 7, if the face cloth is too hot, flap it in the air using both hands. It will cool it off quickly. 8, place face cloth on face and smile, knowing you saved yourself a ton of money but still had the luxury of a hot towel shave experience. I have tried this and it works. Cheers, Bob Ross." Hey, Bob, thanks very much for the tip. Really do appreciate it. I also found some additional information where there are 3 alternate methods of creating a hot towel for your shave. One of those methods is the microwave method. This comes from the Art of Manliness website, and I will link it below. And they talk about the tap water method, the microwave method, and also the teapot method. So those are 3 different methods you can use if you don't have a hot towel cabinet, but I highly recommend the hot towel cabinet for a couple of reasons. It's right there in your shave den. You don't have to run back and forth from your kitchen or a different room, that sort of thing. Number 2, it keeps it at a constant monitored temperature between about 140 and 160 degrees, I believe. And it's right there, and you can pull it out and you know it's the proper temperature, and you can use it right away, which is really a nice luxury to have. Really very, very good. But this method, or the other 2 that we mentioned, the tap water, the teapot, and the microwave, all 3 of those methods, they would work fairly well. My one qualifier here, or my one cautionary note here would be to monitor each of those methods very, very closely. And as Robert advised here, test it before you apply it to your face. Remove the cloth, test the temperature of the face cloth by placing it on the inside of your forearm, much like you would test a baby's bottle. That's very, very good advice when it comes to using this method, or even the teapot method, any of the methods. Test it. Again, thanks very much for the tip, Robert. Really do appreciate it. An alternate to using a hot towel if you don't have a hot towel cabinet. But let me say again, hot towel cabinet, I really do recommend it. It is an absolutely wonderful item to have in your shave den. My thanks again to Jamie Horn. Really do appreciate it, Jamie. It's right there. The temperature is regulated correctly. And all you do is open the door, pull out the towel, and you're good to go. So, yeah, it's a great thing to have. But in the meantime, 3 different methods, one of which is detailed by Robert Ross here. Robert, thanks very much. Really do appreciate it. Well, we have some shave den photos this morning, and they come from Tim Whitcup. And Tim writes, "Early Christmas gift from my wife. Mark, my shave den with my new razor stand my wife gave me. I actually have this in my bedroom because my bathroom is really small. Gotta do what you gotta do." Hey, Tim, that's okay. That's a beautiful looking razor stand. Wow, your wife has excellent taste. That looks awesome. And I'm sure a lot of viewers out there are quite envious of you right now. It's an absolutely beautiful razor stand. It looks great. It's going to look great in whatever room you put it in, I'm sure. Looks absolutely awesome. So thanks very much for passing along those photos and showing those to us. Very inspirational to a lot of viewers out there to upgrade their wet shaving den with a great razor stand like this. If you could, please pass along the information to me so I can post a link to where folks can get this particular razor stand. That would be really helpful. It's absolutely beautiful, and I know a lot of viewers are very curious as to where they can get one just like that. So thanks very much for the photos, for passing along the photos, Tim. Really do appreciate it. Enjoy that new razor stand. It's absolutely awesome. Again, your wife has great taste. Thanks very much for passing along the photos, Tim. And thanks very much for showcasing George. Really do appreciate it. Okay, here's your weekly reminder that the Monday Morning Mailbag is also available as a podcast. You can hear it on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. All you have to do is search for Monday Morning Mailbag and More, Monday Morning Mailbag and More on your favorite streaming service. And the Monday Morning Mailbag podcast should come right up, as well as episodes of our other podcast called Second Cup. So again, the Monday Morning Mailbag and Second Cup are available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and Google Podcasts. Simply search for Monday Morning Mailbag and More, and those podcasts should come right up. What do you know? That time of the show, coffee's getting low. Let's go. Back for a refill. There you go. Well, I hope you're enjoying a cup of coffee with me this morning. I hope you went back for a refill. I sure did. I'm enjoying another cup of Invader Coffee right here, veteran-owned. This came courtesy, again, of viewer Michael Spears. Michael, thank you very much. Terrific coffee. And it is finely ground, so it works really well. in the AeroPress. Really, really terrific. And that's how I made the the refill cup, the original cup and the first cup, the second cup, both made with the AeroPress. Really, really terrific way to make a cup of coffee. And Invader Coffee worked really, really well in the AeroPress. So again, my thanks to Michael Spear for sending along the coffee. Really do appreciate it. We got some great topics in the refill this morning. Let's kick it off with something from Robert Fagan, who wrote, "Fantastic Monday morning mailbag as always. I recently purchased 3 shaving soaps from Hoffman's. I was originally only going for one, Affogato, as I love the smell of coffee almost as much as drinking it. But while browsing, Rio Grande and Red Hollow drew my attention, and I just had to add them. They all smell fantastic. It's hard to pick a favorite, and they perform wonderfully. They also sent samples of Bushido and Phantom 309. I've not tried these yet, but they smell fantastic. I've also pulled the trigger on the Tatara Masamune Nodachi razor, so I'll update you with how that goes when I receive it." Robert, hey, thanks very much for the update on the Tatara razor. I hope I pronounced it correctly. It's Tatara Masamune Nodachi. Tatara Masamune Nodachi razor. Robert was wanted some advice if I had ever tried it and how does it compare with some other razors. I've never tried it, so please let us know how it performs for you. It sounds fabulous. That sounds very exotic. Sounds really, really wonderful. So please let us know what you think of it. And yeah, Hoffman's shave soap, fantastic. We just reviewed Phantom 309 this past Friday. This is a wonderful scent. I describe it as very outdoorsy, very rugged, but with a gentlemanly kind of note to it running throughout. Really, really terrific. Really, really do like this a lot. And yeah, the Hoffman's shave soaps really perform well. So Phantom 309 is a very, very good scent. And check out some of the others that Robert mentioned on his comment here. And Robert, thanks very much for the kind words about the Monday morning mailbag. Again, the show is available and comes about because of all the viewers. I mean, this is why the show exists. Let me put it to you that way. It's because of all the great viewers out there who contribute so much to the show, tips, tricks, and in many, many ways. So thank you to all the viewers out there for keeping this show going. As I say on the Second Cup broadcast, and I'll repeat here, without you, this microphone would be silent. So my thanks to all the viewers out there again. But Robert, thanks very much for the kind words. Stephen M. said, "Happy New Year, Mark. My 7th grade English teacher hammered sentence diagramming into us, and I got into reading with The Lord of the Rings. I did not like the diagramming. I guess that's why I'm not a cartoonist." Laugh out loud. Great show. Last week, I just happened to mention as an aside that I was talking to my dear friend, Bunny Hoest, co-creator of the Lockhorns with her late husband, Bill. And she was saying that Bill Hoest and other cartoonists that she has known through her life loved diagramming sentences. Now, I forgot to mention, for many years, Bunny was an English teacher. She was an English teacher, and so she really, so let me put it this way. She's got a master's degree in English. She was an English teacher. And I always have to be on my guard when I'm talking to her or writing her. I want to make sure that grammatically everything is correct. And it's wonderful. Let me tell you, it's wonderful having conversations with Bunny Hoest. It's just so great having a conversation with someone who has that background in proper grammar and knows how to use words. And there are times when I'll use a word and I'll say, "Did I use that word properly?" And she'll say, "Oh yeah, here it is." And then she'll give me the definition and she'll run through it and, give me like the etymology of it and that sort of thing. That's really fantastic. I love having conversations with her because I always learn something. So it's great. And knowing that she's an English teacher, I'm always on my toes. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm always on my toes when I talk to her because she was an English teacher for many, many years. She just confirmed that because I like diagramming sentences, I guess I fit the mold of being a cartoonist. So that was great to hear from her. So Steve M. thanks for your comment. I'm sorry that you didn't embrace sentence diagramming like I did. I just absolutely loved doing it. And I think I'm going to Google sentence diagramming and refresh my memory and get back into it just as a pastime, as an exercise, just for purposes of enjoyment, really. I really, really enjoyed it. That was one of my favorite things about 7th grade English. And again, my thanks to my English teacher, Mrs. Cosmerl. That was absolutely fantastic. Charles Price wrote, refined is the perfect word to describe the difference between plastic and glass. Yeah, Charles reminded us last week of transferring some Clubman from a plastic bottle here, like this, into a glass bottle. And I showed this last week, and I sampled both. And in the plastic bottle, my feeling was, I concurred with Charles. It has a sharper, harder edge to it. In the glass bottle, this was in the glass bottle since October of last year. Yeah, it's smoothed out. It's more refined. It really is. It really, really is. So, if you have an extra or a spare glass bottle laying around, try it yourself. Take some of this Clubman and put it into a glass bottle. Let it sit for about a month, and then come back to it and see if you detect any changes. Charles, thanks very much for confirming that refined was a good word. Really do appreciate it. Mike H. wrote, hi, Mark. Happy New Year. Great 3MB as always. Thank you. I always use a buffer ring on razors that will accommodate them, primarily to protect the razor, as I have not noticed a change in how the razor shaves with the addition of the washer. I hope you have a great start to the week. Be safe and be well. All the best in 2023. Yeah, we talked about buffer rings on razors, and here is my Pearl Blaze, which has a buffer ring. It comes with 5 buffer rings right there, and their buffer rings are a little thicker than the standard buffer rings, but no matter, it works. And this was in regards to the King C Gillette, and some viewers thought that perhaps the King C Gillette, the buffer ring was not seating correctly in the base plate, which is why it may have been kicking the base plate a little bit, which is why the shave may have felt a little more aggressive. And that was the reason why, as I recall reading in some of the comments. And I think I have that somewhere in refill. We'll find out if that's there or not. If I didn't put that in, there it is right there. We're going to get to it in just a minute, but I think that's what the reason. Okay, spoiler alert, it's coming up. But thanks very much for the comment, Mike. I really do appreciate it, and thanks for confirming your use of buffer rings. RJ Wright. RJ Wright W30. Now, for some reason, YouTube is not giving me names anymore. It's giving me these handles, @ and whatever the handle is. So I don't know why that is, but that's kind of what I'm going to go with until I figure out if that's a setting on my end where I can toggle back and get the real name. But RJ Wright W30 writes, good morning and Happy New Year, Mark. Have a blessed 2023. Hey, thank you very much. The same to you. In regards to the adjustability of the PAA Copper Ascension twist razor, I have gone up to a half twist for experimentation. At a half, it is very aggressive, but the head won't be as secure. So you need to be careful. At a third twist open, it will maintain head stability and offer quite aggressive, efficient shave. But for me, a quarter twist open is plenty. But I only do that on the first pass of a heavy growth day. Then I snug it all the way up for the rest of the passes. Like you, I absolutely love the Ascension razor. Mine's the stainless steel version. Other than the difference of material, they're the same fantastic razor. Yeah, the Ascension razors are absolutely wonderful. This is my Copper Ascension razor right here. These razors are great. And of course, it has a buffer ring on there. That's why we're talking about them, because buffer rings are pretty much standard on these. And it helps with the twist adjustability in opening up that blade gap. Now, thanks very much to RJ Wright W30 here for confirming how much he's able to turn this open and maintain the razor head stability. The buffer ring is supposed to allow you to open a little bit more than a quarter turn. I haven't gone beyond quarter turn because That's plenty aggression for me right there. I am going to try to open up a little bit more though. And of course it comes in copper, which is fantastic. It comes in stainless, and you can get it with the removable bomb tip handle, which is really, really terrific. Really a very, very well-made razor. These, the copper and the stainless are CNC machined. You can get the standard Ascension razor. This is called the Ascension Select. It comes also with a removable tip, flare tip handle. So if you want to use it as a short-handled razor, you could do that too, and just put on the tip, get a different flare tip if you want to, dress it up a little bit. This handle is stainless, and the for this one, for the Select, the razor head is a Zamac, is a plated Zamac, and it is a very, very good razor. Very, very good. Fantastic design, double open comb, twist adjustable, just a really, really terrific, terrific razor. And boy, I love mine. And I always talk about the copper and that you can heat this up and, heat it up and then maybe give it a little swirl in the sink to kind of bring it down a little bit, and you got a nice warm razor. It's like using a heated razor. Absolutely fantastic. Love, love, love the Copper Ascension. Absolutely fantastic. But the stainless version is great. The Ascension Select is wonderful. They're all wonderful. But RJ Wright RW30, thanks very much for letting us know how much you can turn that handle to get that blade gap open. I don't think I've gone as far as you have, but again, I might go a little bit beyond quarter of a turn on my first pass just to see how much more aggression I get out of the razor. It's really a fantastic razor. But for the second and third pass, yeah, I tend to, snug it up for the third pass, and the second pass, it's probably like a 16th or an 8th of a turn, something like that. It's plenty. Quarter turn for the first pass for me is plenty. I might go beyond that just to try it. So thanks very much for the comments. Really do appreciate that. Stan Chapman wrote, great first 3MB for 2023. Concerning the King C Gillette razor with a buffer ring, I think he is duplicating the adjustment of your Ascension razor in that he is not tightening the assembly quite tight enough. Remember, he stated he was afraid of over-tightening the assembly, so I think he is being overly cautious, thus creating the more aggressive condition. I personally only use buffer rings on plated razors so as not to scar the plating. Yeah, I'm kind of in that habit too, Stan, where I'm putting a buffer ring on all my plated razors, like this one here from Phoenix Shaving right here. And got it right there just because I don't want to mar that base plate like I did with my Parker. I've talked about that many, many times, my Parker semi-slant. I now use a buffer ring on it. I should have used a buffer ring to begin with, and I never would have scratched that base plate. But yeah, and the King C Gillette, I'm not entirely sure if that was the cause for it. But yeah, maybe if he snugs it up a little more, maybe it'll be okay. Again, somewhere here in my comments, I thought it was this one, might be another one further down. We'll see. Someone was saying that maybe the buffer ring wasn't seated correctly in the base plate, and that was kicking the base plate a little bit, which resulted in a little misalignment, a little more aggression to the razor head. Thanks very much for that, Stan. Jamie Horn wrote, I have 3 razors that I use a buffer ring with. It seems to me that the buffer ring presses the blade a little more into a contoured position with the cap, making the aggression a little more manageable on certain razors. My 3 razors that I use a buffer ring with, I have not nicked myself anymore, and I'm getting a better shave and razor performance as well. The 3 razors I use a buffer ring with are my WSP El Grande, Roman Empire Caesar, and my PAA Name Taker. And I wrote him back, I said, Jamie, thanks for this information. So would you say with the buffer ring, the aggression is smoother, is smoothed out a bit? Happy New Year. And he said, yes, I would. Very well put. So it smooths it out a little bit when he's using a buffer ring on those razors. So, that's something to consider as well. Maybe because you have a buffer ring, you're able to snug up the handle a little tighter, and that's closing that blade gap a little more. Maybe that's what's coming into play. Jamie, thanks very much for that. Really do appreciate it. Charles Price wrote, Regarding the King C Gillette, the indent on the bottom of the base plate is too small for a standard buffer ring. It causes the handle and plate to not sit flush to each other and cause the razor to feel more aggressive. There it is. There's a comment I was looking for. Charles, thank you very, very much. Again, I have to double check that myself, but that sounds like it's probably the reason why. Again, I'm going to take a look at mine and see if that's what's going on, but it sure does make sense because sometimes the handle and that base plate, the countersink on that base plate is specifically machined to fit that the end of that handle there, or the top of that handle, and a buffer ring might get in the way. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I'm going to double check that myself. If anybody else has experienced that as well, please comment below and let us know. This is from Finn Segway 8643. White plastic shave bowls in package of 3 for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Hey, thanks very much for passing that along. We will look for that. So that's white plastic shave bowls in a package of 3 for $1.25 at the Dollar Tree. Thanks very much, Finn Segway 8643, for passing that along. Really do appreciate that. This comes from Gareth Lorman 1136, and he says, I have the menthol cube. I think someone slipped with the menthol. No way can I put on as much as you. I would describe your application as heroic. It makes my eyes water like cutting a strong onion. Next time I will buy the non-menthol cube, as it is a great product and helps to create a very slick moisturizing shave. But I like to see what I'm doing. Well, you know what? It's a your mileage may vary kind of thing, and maybe you'll build some tolerance to it. I'm not sure. I know that using Diver Down, which I believe has spikenard in it, boy, that was, if you've seen some of those reviews, I'm trying not to have my eyes tear a little bit. But yeah, that's got kind of a kick to it as well. And there are some other aftershaves that are mentholated that really come out a little strong when you slap them on, and you might get a little bit of that eye-watering effect. I don't think I've gotten that from the menthol cube, but again, maybe my tolerance is just, maybe I become more tolerant of it is what I'm saying. I can't really remember if I had that sensation when I first used it. Here's hoping that you're able to tolerate a little more as you go forward. However, it is great to know that the cube does come in a non-mentholated form. I have the non-mentholated form, and I'm going to be using that one as well. So thanks very much for your comment, Gareth. I understand. I can understand that because it's happened to me, not so much with the cube, but with some other aftershaves and that sort of thing. This is Steve M. again, who wrote, Hi, Mark. I have used the Chill Mill version 1 for quite a while and have to replace the crystals. I found the most effective way to use it is to load your brush, start to build your hydrated lather in the bowl, then sprinkle the ground crystals into the lather and complete building your lather. Sometimes I just put a little water in the base of my bowl, sprinkle the grindings in the water, then build a lather. Either way works great, and you are not pouring any of the dissolved menthol crystals away. You know what? I did that. I did that with one of my recent shaves, and it works wonderfully well, Stephen. Thank you very much for passing that along. That's absolutely fantastic. I'm going to remember to file this comment away and pull it out again and remind viewers of this method because it worked. I went ahead and loaded my brush, started to build my lather, did one twist of crystals in there, waited just a little bit, completed my lather, and I got a beautiful mentholated lather. Really, really wonderful, and it was the right amount. Maybe next time I'll do an extra twist or two, see what happens. But yeah, that method works. Thank you very much for that, Steve. I really do appreciate it. Beth Jones checked in. Great shave video, Mark. Glad to see the Chill Mill is working out for you. I have always shied away from an open comb razor, believing they would be too aggressive for me, but glad it works for you. Have a nice rest of the week. P.S. I really like the Treat new steel blades. They are sharp but comfortable and produce a very nice close shave. Yeah, those Treat new steel are terrific. I think it was Raul Alberto de la Rosa who alerted us to those, who gave us a heads up on them. They really are very, very good. If it wasn't Raul, it was someone else. I can't remember off the top of my head. My apologies if I got the name wrong. If it was you, whoever you are, please message me back, comment below, and I'll make sure to correct it in next week's Monday morning mailbag. But as far as open comb razors, Beth, my understanding is that, yeah, they can be a little more aggressive than a straight bar razor. Blade gap also comes into play as well. But yes, generally speaking, they do have a little more growl than the straight bar razor. This is my experience with the Vikings Blade adjustable razors. They have a straight bar on one side and a little bit of a, not an open comb, but a little bit of a sculpted comb or scallop comb on the other side, which also changes things up a little bit. Also, the 921 razor that you very kindly sent along comes with that hybrid base plate and that open comb. Switching from the open comb on one side and the straight bar on the other side, boy, that makes a difference. Love that razor, folks. Yates Precision Manufacturing is making some great, great razors. Check out the 921M and get that hybrid plate. I love using that razor, especially with the hybrid plate. When I have, say, 2 to 3 days worth of beard growth, I can use the open comb on one side and then flip it to the straight bar side on the other side to kind of smooth things out. Really, it's really a great way to shave, having that option, the open comb and the straight bar on the other side. And my sincere thanks to Beth Jones for passing that along and allowing me to share it with all the viewers out there. And that wraps up another refill segment for this week. My thanks to everyone who contributed. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's check out some new wet shaving gear. I received a really nice email from an individual named Hannah who works for a company called Dr. Selby. And Hannah wrote, "Hi, Mark. Hope you're having a great holiday season. We are fans of your videos and love George's strips. We were wondering if we could send you our famous shaving product. Our company is one of the top bespoke skincare companies in Latin America. We are launching our top products in the US and wanted to get one to you so you can try it. Here is what one of our long-standing fans, Leisure Guy, has said about the top-selling shaving jar." And then she linked to Leisure Guy's blog, and he wrote, "As I blogged yesterday, Dr. Selby is returning to the U.S. This 3 times concentrated shaving cream is made in Uruguay, and I like it a lot. And not just for the packaging, which is clever. The photo at right," well, he's got a photo there, "shows how the lid, once removed, becomes a pedestal for the tub. Very cool in my humble opinion." Well, here it is right here. It came in this packaging right here. This is Dr. Selby's Lavender Luxury Shaving Cream. It's a shaving soap, right? It comes in this box right here. And yeah, it has a great, great tub. And the lid does become a pedestal like that. So you can set it on the counter and it'll sit right in there very, very securely. And this soap is really very, very hard. I've used this 2-3 times already, and I got an absolutely wonderful, wonderful shave. I've already reviewed it. I'm going to be editing that video, and I'll be posting the video sometime soon. And this was a really wonderful, wonderful shave soap. As they say on their main page, Gilded Age Shaving in 2023. Our small batch 3 times concentrated shaving cream is used by professional barbers worldwide. Our formula creates a rich lather with notes of calming lavender that ensures that you receive the best shave every shave. And this is absolutely accurate, spot on. It has a nice, fresh scent with those lavender notes, and it made heaps and heaps and heaps of lather. I really enjoyed the shave with this. I really did. And it is very, very hard. They go on to say on the product page, Dr. Selby professional shaving products have been created to achieve the perfect shave because it adapts to the needs of every skin, protecting it from possible irritations. Its formula, with abundant yet compact foaming without bubbles, softens the beard and allows a better slide of the razor blade on the skin, achieving a professional shave. Our reputation for quality is best shown in our luxury shaving soap. A single jar can provide more than 400 shaves when the container is kept dry and closed. You know what? That's true, because there is a lot here, and it is very, very, look, hear that? It's very, very hard. It's going to last a long, long time. And it was a wonderful shave. I really, really enjoyed the shave. And my thanks to Hannah and everybody at Dr. Selby Team USA for sending this along and allowing me to share it with the viewers and review it. It really is great. And I also like the lid here, the ornamentation on the lid there. I think that's really a nice touch as well. All the way from Uruguay, it's coming back into the USA market. This is right up there with Tabak, Parasso, Cella. I mean, even better in some respects. It really is fantastic. I like it a lot. They also sent along the shaving cream that comes in a tube like this, and we'll be using and reviewing this as well. This is really a nice travel size too, which you can, 50 grams, I think that's what, 1.8 ounces? So you could travel with this very, very easily. Terrific, terrific product. And again, heaps and heaps of lather, really wonderful, fresh scent with nice lavender notes. Really like the packaging a lot. The shave soap in the tub is wonderful. This is a little more than 4 ounces. What is this, 125 grams, I think it is? 125 grams, that's like 4.4 ounces, I believe. A little more than that. Yeah, really, really terrific. Now, they are known worldwide for this product right here. This is their Healing Skin Protectant Ointment. This is for scrapes, cuts, burns, cracking, and other irritations. Yeah, this is really a neat product, and this has been around for 60 years in the Latin American market, and I'm so glad that it's coming to the United States or being reintroduced to the United States. And as they say here, the original ointment from Uruguay, trusted for over 60 years, this curative skin protectant heals chafing, scrapes, cuts, burns, cracking, and other irritations. It's protective, it's healing, it's trusted, it's safe. Made with pure ingredients and registered with the FDA. And as they were explaining to me as well, it's right here on their main paint page, Solving Shaving Mishaps. If you shave, we know the pain and mess those small cuts might create. Dr. Selby formula begins to accelerate healing, moisturizes, and protects with vitamin D and lanolin. For the most enjoyable experience, always carry a Dr. Selby in your shaving kit so that you can use this post-shave to heal those small nicks and cuts that might come about from your shave. And yeah, we're definitely going to try this. I'm going to try this, especially if I get a little bit of a nick. And yeah, absolutely fantastic. My thanks to them for sending it along. Now, not only did they send one along, they sent two. So we're going to take this second tube and we're going to put it into the prize package for the 9,000 subscriber giveaway. So the lucky winner will also get a world famous Dr. Selby Healing Skin Protectant Ointment in that prize package. So I'm really excited. So my thanks to Hannah and everyone at Dr. Selby for sending along the shaving soap, the shaving cream, and also the Healing Skin Protectant Ointment. Thank you very, very much. This one is going to go into the prize package. This one is going to go into my shave den, and I will use it down the road if I happen to, slip up and get one of those nicks. And really, 60 years, it's been around for a long, long time. It's got a great reputation. It's known throughout the Latin American world, and so glad it's here in the United States in our market now. So check out, I'll have links to the Dr. Selby website where you can check out the Healing Skin Protectant Ointment, also their wonderful shave soap, and also their shave cream. Really, really terrific products. The shave soap was wonderful. I shaved with it 3 times already. It just gave me a wonderful, wonderful lather. A lot of great protection and a lot of slickness, a lot of glide. Really, really enjoyed my shave. So again, thank you to Hannah and everyone at Dr. Selby for sending along these products. This one is going to go, this Healing Skin Protectant Ointment is going to go in the prize package for the 9,000 subscriber giveaway. And we're going to get the review of the shave soap posted here hopefully very, very soon. So again, thanks to Hannah and everyone at Dr. Selby. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer William Meredith very kindly and generously sent along several items in support of the channel. William, thank you very, very much. We're going to kick it off with an absolutely epic item that's available at Phoenix Shaving. Here it is right here, the Alpha Ecliptic Slant Razor. This is the Alpha Ecliptic Blue Slant Razor. It's made from 7075 aluminum. It is anodized blue. This is fantastic. This razor is absolutely wonderful. You can see it's a slant razor right there. See that? And it's based on a vintage design. Again, Douglas doing his research on razors of yesteryear and updating them a little bit and bringing them into the 21st century using modern manufacturing technology. This razor delivered an absolutely awesome shave. As I say, I've shaved with it 2-3 times already. I've already done the review. I got to edit it. Really, really delivers a beautiful, beautiful shave. Now, let me tell you a little bit about the razor based on a little leaflet that was inserted in the packaging. Here it is right here. Now, I'm going to put this on screen so you can read along with me. There is more information on the product page, goes into a little more detail, a little more in-depth, but this is a little more succinct and to the point. And as they write here, a slant shaver that's out of this world, the perfect angle every time. The Alpha Ecliptic is based on a rare German bakelite slant originally created by Walter Busch and Son, Walbusch. The razor features a unique humpback design which helps guide the user to the proper blade angle for an almost effortless shave. The slant design is a diagonal rather than the more common twist or torqued models. The original design was so on point, I made only slight tweaks. That said, I find the geometry and concept simply brilliant, epic even, and a smooth, very close shave to be the end result every time. You won't even feel it. I recommend you pair with the middle of the road blade first, and then as you get the technique and angle down, use your favorite, sharpest DE blade for a truly out-of-this-world shave. Note, remember to keep the pull straight with the razor and not adjust the angle, or you will fail to get the benefit of the slant action. Now, this is absolutely spot on, and the design of this razor is very much in what was just described. There is no torque or twist to the blade. It is just a slant. And you'll see right here, I'll take the handle off, and this razor head, the cap and the base plate, fit only one way. So if you were to take this cap off and turn it 180 degrees, okay, it's not going to seat. See that? It's not going to, let me see if I can show it to you that way. It's not going to seat properly. You have to have everything seated the way it's made. I mean, it only goes on one way like that. And this face right here, these surfaces right here, okay, let me just show you that. These surfaces right here, it allows you to ride the cap, so to speak, and you're able to find that perfect shaving angle just by, let me put the handle back on here, just by laying very gently that angle right onto your face and that surface right there, and you find the perfect shaving angle. You'll know if you're off. You will know if you're off. And yeah, it does take a little getting used to. And yes, he is correct in that you want to use a middle of the road blade. You don't want to use a very, very, very sharp blade until you understand the technique and how to get the correct angle on this. Now, this is very, very helpful. But again, I found myself using visual cues from the actual angle on the cap and also going by feel. So both of those cues kind of helped me find the angle with this. Absolutely fantastic, fantastic shave. As one reviewer wrote, and I agree with this, quote, again, my initial review is this razor is getting very close to the mildness of a Gillette Tech with the efficiency of an R41. Great job, Doug, unquote. Yeah, that is absolutely spot on. Great job, Doug, absolutely spot on. The lightweight is in keeping with the original razor, which was made from Bakelite. And the reason why Douglas chose aluminum is because it's more rugged and long-lasting and that sort of thing. And it's got this beautiful blue anodizing to it. And really, it just delivered a great shave. Now, there are a couple of other things that you have to be aware of. Getting up under the nose with this razor head isn't as complete on a north to south pass, but east to west is very, very good. And really, it just delivered a terrific shave. And I did a 3-pass shave with this razor. 2 passes and my shave was done, really. I did a 3rd pass for the enjoyment of it, and also practice finding the angle again, the correct angle, and hitting this surface here on my against the grain pass. And that came a little more easily than, say, across the grain. With the grain was very easy. Across the grain was fine. Against the grain was a little more easy than across the grain. But really, the result was a really great shave. Now, the alum block gave me some zings. No stinging, but it did give me some zings, meaning I got a really close shave. But that 3rd pass did not result in undue irritation. It just gave me a really nice, beautiful, smooth BBS result. So yeah, first time out with this, I had to take my time, had to become, I had to learn the angle and to become familiar with this particular razor head and understand that it's not a slant in the way other slants are, where that blade is twisting and torquing a little bit. This was really, I mean, look at that. Just really a neat slant razor. And again, even though it's lightweight, the razor head was doing all the work. Now, the blade I used also came from William Meredith. These are ZaZa razor blades. Have you ever heard of these? I've never heard of these. Special process, premium coated stainless steel, long-lasting razor blades, right there on the side of the package. All right. Now, I happen to find some information regarding the ZaZa blades, and let me show you them right here. Let me just show you. They come in a 10-pack. You get 10 10-packs in this sleeve. And again, thank you very much, William. Here is the labeling right there, plastic case, and it also has a compartment in the back. So if you're traveling, you can duck your used blades back there. Okay, and here's what they look like wrapped up. Okay, nice gold wrapper. Single wrapper, not double wrapped. But these were nice blades, and they paired up nicely with the Alpha Ecliptic razor. And I hope I pronounced that right. Alpha Ecliptic. Yeah, I think that's how it's pronounced. Anyhow, let me set this aside here. And as they wrote here on Razorus, although not many know about this brand, ZaZa is actually a very important brand in the shaving world. ZaZa is a Turkish company founded by Pol Zazadze in 1917. They are the oldest existing industrial company in Turkey and the 3rd oldest razor blade and hair clipper factory in the world. In 1931, Turkey's first razor blade production factory was established. They have been producing more than 60 brands, both for domestic and foreign markets, including ZaZa, Kartal, Lord, not to be confused with the Egyptian Lord brand, and Paul brands. In the 1960s, they established the Perma Sharp brand. They also designed the first disposable razor in collaboration with Bic at that time. ZaZa still produces double-edged blades, shaving tools, brushes, clippers, scissors, and all other barber equipment. These ZaZa gold nostalgic blades are made from stainless steel and moderately sharp blades, giving smooth and comfortable shaves without irritating the skin. They are suitable for most skin and beard types. Comes in a box with 10 individually sealed packs, each containing 10 blades, 100 in total. Each blade is wrapped with paper made in Turkey. So there you go. Yeah, when they said moderately sharp blades, I saw that after using this blade in the razor, and I thought, well, no wonder they paired up so well. Really, really very fine shave with the ZaZa razor blade and the Alpha Ecliptic razor from Phoenix Shaving. Now, I'm going to be using other blades with this razor. I'm going to be using the Platinum Strangelet. I'm going to be using the Treat New Steel. I'm going to be using the Swedes. I'm going to be using a lot of blades with this razor because it really does deliver a beautiful, smooth shave and a very, very close finish. Really, really wonderful. Again, if you're not on the angle, you'll know. You will know. But if you're on the angle, it is very, very smooth. And again, it's mild, and it's not overly aggressive. It's very, very mild, but it gives such a wonderful, wonderful, smooth, close shave. Again, I'm going to continue to use this. I've had about 3 shaves with it, and each shave was really, really very, very good. And I'll be honest with you, there is a little bit of a learning curve because of the way this razor head is shaped and because of the approach, and you have to be aware of this surface here. This will help you. This will help you find that correct angle. It did me, and I think I had to have I think it's, when I laid it on my skin here, when I laid it on my face, there was a little bit of adjustment, and I am adjusting it to the contours of my face as I'm shaving like I would any DE razor, but that surface really, really did help me a great deal. So yeah, I found that was very, very helpful, and yeah, it just did a wonderful, wonderful job. So both the visual cue of the cap and also the feel allowed me to find the correct angle, and I'm assuming the more I work with it, I won't have to worry so much about the visual cue. I'll just go by feel, and I'll naturally feel that correct angle throughout my shave. Really, really terrific. My thanks to William Meredith for both the ZaZa razor blades and the Alpha Ecliptic razor from Slant razor from Phoenix Shaving. Really, really terrific, terrific razor. I'll have links to both of these products where you can get them. Really impressed with the razor. Really very, very impressed with the razor. A wonderful, wonderful, mild yet extremely efficient shave. William, thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate it. William also sent along a shave soap and aftershave. This comes from Imaginary Authors. It's called Telegramma. Shave soap and aftershave. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful scent. This is really nice. I love the artwork on the labeling there. Just absolutely fantastic. And it is a very, very nice scent. Here are the scent notes: talc, lavender absolute, black pepper, teak, amyris, vanilla powder, and fresh linens. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful scent. And the aftershave is equally good. Yeah. Really, really very, very nice. And again, I like the look. I like the labeling of it. Haven't used it yet. Really looking forward to using both of these. Some of you might be already familiar with the performance of this particular shave soap. We'll get to that in a moment. But as they write on their product page, when to wear this fragrance. Inspired by a vintage first-class experience, this plush scent has the ability to turn even the most ordinary day into something dignified and memorable. Indulge often. And as they write here, Imaginary Authors shave soap and aftershaves are made with Noble Otter Shave Company. So if you've tried Noble Otter Shave Company products, the performance of this telegramma from Imaginary Authors will probably be very, very familiar to you. I've not tried Noble Otter, but in using this, I will get a hint, a taste of what Noble Otter performance is like. I'm sure this is going to be absolutely fantastic because I've heard really, really good things from viewers about Noble Otter shave soap. So I'm really expecting a really, really great shave from this shave soap and finishing it off with a really, really wonderful, wonderful aftershave. So Telegramma shave soap and aftershave from Imaginary Authors. I'll have links below. Again, William Meredith, thank you very, very much. Really looking forward to using and reviewing this one. Thank you so much for sending it along and allowing me to share it with the viewers. William also sent along products from Duke Cannon. I love Duke Cannon. We haven't talked about Duke Cannon enough on the program, on the channel. Duke Cannon is absolutely fantastic. I love it because the products are very, very good. They're really, really nice price points, and I love their marketing. First one up is the Duke Cannon Superior Grade Shaving Cream. Now, also know that a portion of the proceeds benefits U.S. veterans. So just know that if you buy a Duke Cannon product, you are supporting U.S. veterans. So that's really, really nice to know. Superior grade shaving cream. If left untouched for 3 days, Duke Cannon's beard would grow a beard. Therefore, he needs a shaving product that will clean him up without the burn. This barbershop formula shaving cream is engineered with only superior grade ingredients. And here are the product specs. Aloe vera for relief, shea butter for hydration, macadamia nut oil for the closest possible shave, calendula extract for recovery, a very light bergamot and black pepper scent. Yeah, and this is a 6-ounce tube right here. They also make a travel size if you want to travel with Duke Cannon. As I recall, this can be used with a brush or brushless. This is really a terrific, terrific product. William, thank you very much for sending this along. As I said, we haven't talked enough about Duke Cannon. I'm going to get a review done on this because, yeah, this is great. I love their marketing. I love their packaging. And I just love the result that it gives the wet shaver. So yeah, Duke Cannon Superior Grade Shaving Cream. William, thanks very much. He also sent along this one. I've not used this one before. This looks like it's new from the folks at Duke Cannon. This is the Hot Shave Clear Warming Shave Gel. Master barbers know that the perfect shave starts with a little heat. Duke Cannon's Hot Shave is a clear shaving gel with a unique warming sensation that helps deliver the closest possible shave. Simply apply a small amount with warm water and wait 20 to 30 seconds before shaving to activate the heat. This opens the pores, softens and lubricates the skin for precise, comfortable blade strokes. Upon completion, cool down with a splash of cold water and apply aftershave balm to close the pores and hydrate skin. Now, they describe this as a 3-in-1 formula. It's a lubricating pre-shave oil. It's also a unique warming shave gel, and it has aloe vera for protection. So that is really unique. I've not tried this, and I am really excited to try this one because it is a clear warming shave gel. I don't think you'll need a brush for this. This sounds like it's going to be brushless. So it'll be kind of a neat change. And I'm looking forward to trying this out and seeing how it works. So yeah, I'll have to experiment with this a little bit in doing a 2 to 3 pass shave, see how it applies, if I have to reapply it. Maybe it does work with a brush. I'm not entirely sure. Again, portions of proceeds benefit U.S. veterans right there on the label. All right. And finally, also from Duke Cannon, thank you very, very much, William. I really do appreciate it. Cooling Aftershave Balm. And as they write on their product page, anytime a man wipes sharpened steel across his face, there is bound to be some damage. Find relief from that scorched earth feeling by going from hot to cold with Duke Cannon's Aftershave Balm. Made with menthol, it provides an extremely unique cooling effect that helps close the pores and provide instant comfort. Superior grade ingredients like aloe, shea butter, and allantoin provide hydration while minimizing razor burn irritation, and a light sandalwood fragrance leaves you feeling and smelling your handsome best. And the product specs on this contains menthol for instant cooling sensation, alcohol-free formula for maximum comfort, no parabens, sulfates, and anything you don't want. And again, this is a 6-ounce size. They also make a travel size. They make travel sizes for all 3 of these Duke Cannon products. So if you want to travel with Duke Cannon, you can. And I'm looking forward to trying these again. These are just absolutely fantastic because we did review these, gee whiz, 3-4 years ago, something like that. And I'm so glad, William, that you sent these along because we have to revisit them and kind of update how they perform. They're absolutely fantastic. Again, I love the packaging, I love the marketing, and I absolutely love the product. The Hot Shave is one that I have not tried. Really looking forward to that. And these two, the Superior Grade Shaving Cream and the Aftershave Balm, very, very good. Definitely going to do a review on both of these again. This is brush or brushless. And as I recall, this Aftershave Balm was absolutely spectacular. Love, love, love that slight little light sandalwood fragrance. Really looking forward to using both of these. William, thank you again very much for the Duke Cannon products. We are going to use these and review these, folks. Really, I'll have links to the Duke Cannon website where you can investigate all of these. They are absolutely fantastic. Thanks again, William. Really do appreciate it. Well, I mentioned earlier in the show that we were going to have a little more coffee talk. That's because William very, very kindly sent along some coffee and a brand new coffee mug. We'll be using these next week. I am so excited. They've been sitting on my counter here. I can hardly wait to crack these open and use them. This is from Bean to Bean Coffee Makers. This is their Franklin Reserve ground coffee. Tasting notes are black cherry, honey, and brown sugar. How about that, huh? That one looks, this is a medium dark roast. That is absolutely fantastic. I can hardly wait to crack this one open. And he also very kindly sent, now I don't know how to pronounce this. You know how to pronounce that right there? Okay, I'm just dropping in here really quickly. While editing this segment, I looked up the pronunciation of this name, and it's Schuylkill. Schuylkill. And this coffee is brewed in honor of the Schuylkill River, which runs through the greater Philadelphia area. So I just wanted to clear that up. And as it says on the product page, named after Philadelphia's beloved Schuylkill River, Schuylkill Select has been our best-selling coffee since the first day we roasted it. And the tasting notes are milk chocolate, berries, and caramelized sugar. It's a medium roast. Wow, absolutely fantastic. And it's just a tasting note. There is no chocolate in here. This, as someone told me, these are tasting notes. So yeah, really looking forward to using this. This is made in Philadelphia. How about that? City of brotherly love. Bean to Bean coffee. And William also sent along a Bean to Bean coffee mug. Look at that. Isn't that a marvelous looking coffee mug? This is absolutely fantastic. It's just something you would see in a cafe, a sidewalk cafe. This is absolutely fantastic. This is right up there with my other wide mouth coffee mugs like the bin there and the Ohio mug that my niece Kelly sent me. Absolutely fantastic. It's got that wide, squat kind of look to it. And it's just got the great logo on there, Bean to Bean. Absolutely fantastic. I love the two-tone look of it, the black on top, white on the bottom. If you're listening to the podcast, it is absolutely a beautiful, wider, shorter kind of coffee mug with a wonderful, wonderful handle that fits so nicely and naturally in your hand. And it just has a great look, and it just screams coffee. I mean, it does. I am going to be using this next week. I might even jump the gun and use it for second cup. I'm telling you, this is really, really fantastic. So we might crack this open. We might crack it open before we get to the Monday morning mailbag next week. But this is absolutely fantastic. And I just wanted to mention Bean to Bean again, that William very, very kindly sent along the coffee and the mug. And just absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to it. Again, the absolutely greatest viewers on YouTube, William Meredith, thank you very, very much for everything that you sent and allowing me to share it with the viewers out there. We are definitely going to crack this coffee open here and have a cup in this mug because it is just something very, very special, as are all the other items that you sent. So thank you very, very much, William. I really do appreciate it. Folks, we will be using this mug and coffee next week. I'll get a link to the folks at the Bean to Bean, their coffee site where they sell their coffee and that sort of thing. And you too can get one of these mugs. It's absolutely fantastic. So again, my thanks to William Meredith. William, thank you very, very much. Really, really do appreciate it. Viewer Ken Frederick checked in and he wrote, "Hey Mark, I'm not sure if you've covered this item before, but I recently tried Wahl brand shaving cream. I didn't know what to expect as Wahl has traditionally been more well known for their grooming tools. However, I was pleasantly surprised by this product. Available in a 6-ounce tube, it contains a blend of manuka oil, meadow foam seed oil, clove oil, and moringa oil. It lathers up well, and I had a smooth, nick-free shave. It has a mild and pleasant scent with a leathery top note. I would definitely recommend this product and have supplied a link for those interested. Thanks and take care." Yeah, I'll have the link below. And I wrote him back. This was just a hunch on my part, and I wrote just a hunch. But you know what this tells me? A company known for electric grooming tools offering a shave cream means that the traditional wet shave is really taking off. What do you think? You think that's something there? I mean, they make clippers and other things like that, and here they're offering a shave cream for the traditional wet shave. Yeah, it seems to me that it's getting noticed more and more, and there are more folks out there embracing the traditional wet shave, and Wahl is kind of dipping their toe in the water, it looks like. Yeah. So, Ken, thanks very much for passing that along, folks. We'll have the links below. Viewer Martin Ferguson checked in from across the pond, and he gave us a heads up on a couple of razors from Yaqi. The first one is called the Bohemia. This is a 3/16 stainless steel adjustable base plate men's safety razor. That's the way it's described on the page at AliExpress. And the handle and razor head are made from 3/16 stainless steel material. It has a vintage color, as they describe it. Total weight is 131 grams. And as Martin writes, it appears very, very similar to a vintage Lecoq design. Now, I went up to eBay and I did a search for Lecoq because I was not familiar with this razor at all. But yes, there are some vintage Lecoq razors for sale up on eBay, and this Yaqi looks very, very similar to a vintage Lecoq razor. The second razor that Martin gave us a heads up on is the Sputnik. Now, the Sputnik is an aluminum razor, and it weighs in at about 52 grams. As Martin noted, that this one looks similar to the Tatara. And I'm not familiar with the Tatara razor. I don't know if this is the same Tatara razor that we were talking about earlier in the show. I'm not entirely sure, but this is what it is. This is what it looks like. And that's also available at AliExpress. I've not used either one of these, and I'm not really familiar with the performance of either one of these. I'm not even familiar with the razors that these seem to be based on. So if you know anything about the vintage Lecoq or the Tatara that Martin is referring to, please comment below and let us know, because I'm not really familiar with either one of those. I've heard the Tatara mentioned before on forums and from viewers and that sort of thing. The Lecoq, completely new to me, but that's why I love the traditional wet shave so much, because it is linked to this great history of the traditional wet shave. And here is yet another vintage razor that someone seems to be cloning or inspired by and creating something new. So that's very, very interesting. So anyhow, I'll have links to both of those pages up on Yaqi. My thanks to Martin Ferguson for sending along this information. Martin, thank you very, very much. Really do appreciate it. Viewer Bill Murphy sent along this ad from Rockwell Razors that appeared on their Facebook page. And as you can see here, very, very clever ad. There's a graphic here of a silhouette of a razor, and the text reads, "A new year, a new look." Very intriguing. And Bill Murphy wrote me, "I wonder what's coming." And Rockwell Razors writes on this Facebook post, "This year, our resolution is to keep hustling to innovate. We're aiming to make the best better, and we're almost there. Something's cooking on our end. Are you excited to see what 2023 brings?" Well, yeah, I certainly am. This is very, very intriguing. It's a really neat ad. And folks, keep a lookout. Let's all keep a lookout at Rockwell Razors and see what they have in store for 2023. My thanks to Bill Murphy for sending this along. I really do appreciate it. There you go, folks. Rockwell Razors has something in store. They've got something cooking for 2023. Let's all keep a lookout for it. Hey, Bill, thanks very much for sending this along. Really, really do appreciate it. And that wraps up another new wet shaving gear segment for this week. Thanks very much to everyone who contributed. Really do appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Okay, let's get to some of these questions and comments. Viewer Gary Woodhouse asked the following question. Hi, why do you paste so much lather onto your face? And then he followed up with this comment, and I'm not entirely sure I can decipher it. As the blade is on the skin, so only need thin layer. And I think what he's saying is, you don't need that thick of a layer for the shave. Why are you painting or pasting so much lather onto your face? Well, first of all, I love the process. And since viewers have encouraged me to come back to bowl lathering, I've been doing that. And I have been really learning and refining my technique and making a beautiful, beautiful, creamy, yogurty lather in a lathering bowl and being able to paint it on beautifully. That thick, cushiony lather softens the whisker, provides for a better, smoother shave with more glide. And a lot of these artisan soaps, like from Phoenix Shaving and others, really have some great, great skin food ingredients in them, which is really very, very beneficial to my skin and my shave. So that's why I really am very generous with a lather in painting it on, because I love the process and it's beneficial for my skin and the shave, ultimately the shave. And also, a little more lather on there results in a little bit of residual slickness that's left behind. Now, I've often said that when you do the traditional wet shave, when you shave away lather, go to the next area and don't go back and shave over an area that does not have any cream there, because you might get some undue irritation. But there are some great artisan shave soaps out there that have some really, really nice residual slickness. And that's why I paint it on generously, because I can take advantage of that residual slickness that has been left behind after doing a shave swipe, so to speak. Don't like to do it all the time. I like to hold to the rule of once you shave an area, move on to the next area. But every once in a while, you can feel that residual slickness there, because these artisan soaps are so great. They have these great, great skin food ingredients. So yeah, I'm a little more generous with the lather, because it softens the whisker, has some great skin food in it. It really benefits my skin. It really does improve the shave tremendously. So yeah, and yeah, I know there are advantages of some of the super slicks out there, the very, very thin super slicks like the Cremos and that sort of thing. Yeah, they have their strengths too. But I love the process. I love doing a bowl lather. I love doing a face lather, but I'm really enjoying doing a bowl lather and just painting on a very generous lather on my face. It really does benefit my shave and my skin, in my opinion. So I'll put it to the viewers. What do you say? More or less lather? How do you do it? Are my reasons are my reasons in step with what your reasons would be for putting on a nice lather? Let me know in the comments below if we're on the same page with this. Gary, thanks very much for the question. I hope that answers it in some way. Thanks again, Gary. Got a really nice email from a viewer named Dave Charleboy. I think that's how he pronounces his last name. I'm not sure. It's spelled Charlebois. I'm reading it as Charleboy. Charleboy? I hope that's, Dave, I hope that's correct. If it's not, my sincere apologies. But anyhow, Dave writes, "Hi, Mark. Greetings from Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. I've watched many of your videos and enjoy your reviews and your positive energy." Thanks very much, Dave. I appreciate that. "I have a sample of PAA Fresco Aftershave, which I used today. Found your video on Fresco, which I'll watch this evening. Question about the scent on Fresco. Are you familiar with Castel Forbes 1445? It's a great fougere. One of my absolute favorites. When I applied Fresco Aftershave, I used an unscented soap, Hoslinger sheep milk, so no lingering scent from the soap. I immediately thought of Castel Forbes 1445. To my lousy nose, Fresco and 1445 are very similar. If you're familiar with both scents, wondering if you also think they are very similar. Thanks." Dave, I'm not familiar with Castel Forbes 1445. I don't think I've tried anything from the Castel Forbes shave soap or aftershave line at all. However, let me read to you what Douglas Smythe wrote on the product page for Fresco. and it is this. Fresco is our latest homage to a long-lost super scent, fresh scent by Old Spice. So perhaps this is my guess here, because this is this is a terrific scent. It is, and it's very fresh. It's a super scent because it's like a super fresh scent. It really is fantastic. The shave soap and the aftershave both are terrific. And my hunch here, my thinking is maybe Castle Forbes, when they were creating 1445, maybe they were kind of inspired by the Old Spice fresh scent as well. And maybe they were trying to maybe not do an homage or recreate it. Maybe they're trying to get close to it. That's the only thing I can think of. I have not tried the 1445 or anything by Castle Forbes, but I'll put it to the viewers. Has anyone else out there tried both Fresco and Castle Forbes 1445? I can tell you, Fresco is an absolutely wonderful scent. If you like a really fresh, lively scent, this is definitely it. As a matter of fact, I gotta use this one again. Your email reminded me to pull this out and use it again, because it is that good. It is really good. And it's another reason why I love the traditional wet shave and companies like Phoenix Shaving, well, especially Phoenix Shaving and Douglas Smythe, because he does his research and again goes back to yesteryear and brings these great scents and razors, etc., to the wet shaving market of today in the 21st century. And that's just great. So without Douglas and without Phoenix Shaving, I don't think I would be experiencing this scent with this wonderful performance of CK6. So my thanks to Doug and Fran and Huxley and everyone at Phoenix Shaving for making a really great product and bringing back some really wonderful scents. Again, I'll put it to the audience, to the viewers out there. Have you used Fresco and have you used Castle Forbes 1445? And do you detect any similarity there? Really would be interested to know. Please comment below. Dave, thanks very much for the very kind email and the really nice words about the channel and the reviews. Thanks again. Viewer Jimmy V Photography checked in and he wrote, "Love my gold copper dock. Did almost that exact shave the other day. Copper dock, atomic rocket, high jump 47. No chill mill, going to have to get one. As you know, I'm an ice water shaver. For any other cold shavers, the dock gets really cold, like running a nice ice cube across your face. I'm with you on the adjustments. I do a quarter turn on with the grain, across the grain, then back to almost full tight for against the grain. That razor loves any blade I've put in it. Voskhod, Rapira, Platinum Lux, Strangelet, etc. Amazingly great razor." I agree, yeah. Any blade in this razor just sings. And thanks for confirming the quarter turn. That's where I am, quarter turn on with the grain. I will probably go snug it back up and then maybe go like a 16th or an eighth of a turn on across the grain, but I will snug it up like you to do an against the grain shave. This is really a wonderful razor. And again, folks, I talk about how this is great when you run this under some hot water. It becomes a heated razor. It really is wonderful. Jimmy uses it in the opposite direction. He'll put this in a very cold water and it becomes a great cold razor shaver. So look at it that way as well. If you like to do cold water shaves, this razor will really give you a cool sensation, a cool shave. So that's why I wanted to use Jimmy's comments here in the question and comment section to really isolate that idea that not only can the razor be heated up and give you a really heated, warm razor feel, but it'll also give you a really cool razor shave, cold razor shave. So glad to hear quarter turn works for you. I think that's probably where the majority of users will be with this razor, quarter turn. Again, I'm going to try to go a little bit beyond a quarter of a turn on my first pass, Maybe after 2 or 3 days worth of beard growth, we'll do it that way. See what happens. Really interested in doing that. But yeah, I agree with you, Jimmy. Absolutely wonderful, wonderful razor. Love, love, love the Copper Dock from Phoenix Shaving. CNC machined, just beautifully, beautifully manufactured. And again, love the twist adjustability. Love, love, love that feature of this razor. Absolutely fantastic. So thanks again for the comments and for confirming how wonderful this razor is, Jimmy. Thanks very much. Really, really do appreciate it. M. Red Sky wrote the following: I need an aggressive DE razor to tame my thick, wiry beard. I've been enjoying some adjustable units on their most aggressive settings. However, which bit of kit would you recommend that is both non-adjustable and aggressive? Please advise, sir. You know what? We've been talking about it the last couple of weeks here. Hands down, it would be the Mula R41 right here. This is known as the Beast. It is aggressive. If you have a demanding beard, this would be the go-to for you. It is an open comb razor, different kind of open comb razor design, but very well made, beautifully chromed, handles very, very well. For me, this is not a daily razor. I could probably do 2 passes with this and get a really, really close, efficient shave. When I use it, because I'm a fair-skinned individual, I have to really, really be aware and be in the moment when I shave with a Mula R41. For those out there who have more demanding beards, you know what? This is probably going to be ideal for you. This is just a guess on my part, but this is what really came to mind when I read your question, the R41. Now, I also have the R102, which is an R41 razor head on a different handle. You can see that the razor heads are identical. And this was Mula's way of marketing the R41 razor head and putting it on a razor handle that was a little less expensive, that sort of thing. So if you ever come across one of these are a little more affordably priced. I think this one was less than $20 from the razor company when I got it. And the R41 is a little more expensive. However, there is a difference in weight in the handles. This one has, the handle is a little more lightweight, and that does change up the way it shaves. The R41 with the handle, the entire R41 handle, razor head and everything like that, the weight is different, has a little more heft, changes up the balance a little bit, and I think it's probably the better of the two to shave with. However, if you do come across one like this and you want to just try it out and save a few bucks, it's the same razor head. Just know that the handle weight is going to change it up a little bit. At least that was my experience with it. Again, either one of these razors is going to be really, really aggressive, but the R41, let's just, really center on this. Very, very aggressive. Not a daily shaver for me, not at all. 2 passes and I'm done. So if you're looking for something that is really, really aggressive because you have a very, very demanding beard, as you described, this is the one to try, the R41. And if you do try it, let us know how it worked out for you, if it was the perfect aggression for you or far too aggressive. Let us know. I'm really, really curious to hear from you now regarding this, if this is what you decide to go with. Off the top of my head, this really, really came to mind, was the R41. Give this one a try and let us know. Let us know how it works for you. It really is very, very. It's very aggressive. It's called the Beast for a reason. That's its nickname, the Beast. The R41. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you get one and if you shave with it. Really would be curious to hear your follow-up on that. Thanks again for the question. I sure hope that helps. The R41, the Mula R41, very aggressive. And that wraps up another Monday morning mailbag for this week. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Please share, please subscribe, please like. Hit that bell so it'll give you a yell the next time I upload a video. Comment below, let me know. Check out all the wonderful artisan soap makers you see displayed on the bottom of the screen right now. They offer and make some wonderful artisan shave soap. They also offer some wonderful wet shaving gear to enhance your traditional wet shave. The next time you're online, please take a moment, pay them a visit. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Also, check out my Amazon product page at amazon.com/shop/Mark080, where you'll find all the Amazon listed products that I review on this channel, organized and categorized so you can find everything in a snap very easily. I'll leave you with this laugh. Hey, we have another double take cartoon puzzle this week. Try to find the differences between the two cartoon panels. If you need more time, just pause the video. Thanks so much for tuning in again. I really do appreciate it. Make it a great week.